back the F50, they said. Ever since Adidas killed off the Adizero in 2015, people have been calling for it to return. But now, maybe those calls will fade away.
And with the facelift given to the X19 Plus, Adidas have taken what worked on the previous model and made it lighter and more comfy by simply improving and tweaking only a few little things.
Okay, maybe the upper isn't only a little thing, but nonetheless, that's the only big change Adidas made.
Gone is the old Skeletalweave tech, which was a good idea but simply left the upper too stiff. And in has come the X-layskin, which is a brand new construction that features a foam inner skeleton and then a top layer of a very thin film with these lines engineered into it for a bit more structural integrity. And not only does that leave the upper a whole lot softer from the get-go, but also the boot being 10 grams lighter. Oh, and you have to give credit to whoever named this the X-layskin, because, as you can see, you can actually see through the two layers of the upper. A bit like X-ray. X-lay? X-ray? Get it? And on feet, you immediately feel the difference. Where the X18 felt a little stiff and restrictive, the new upper here is so much softer and pliable and feels like it has a little bit of stretch to it that comparing the two uppers, the Skeletalweave and the X-layskin, would be like comparing night and day. It's that big of a difference. And because there is no break-in time, I got a little bit of a more personal fit because of how the foot instantly felt at home in the boot and how the tongue stretches a little bit to allow most foot shapes to fit in, even the wider ones. And because the last is the same, the sizing has not changed. So go true to size and you'll be happy. But as we know from Nemesis 19, softer materials also means less structure and maybe a lack of lockdown. But because of the tight fit in X19, it actually does okay here, giving you a good amount of stability, some sort of a secure fit that's never unpleasantly tight. And since the boot has the same sculpted anatomical shape to it, offers a decent width and a true to size fit, it's a very pleasant ride. On the ball, it's more or less business as usual, but seeing that the new upper construction felt a little bit thinner, you do feel slightly more off the ball when you actually touch it. You still get this very sharp sensation on the ball with a little bit of grip to it, and since you have this very tight laces construction, there's just such a big clean connection on it, no matter basically where you put your foot, that it just constantly made me want the ball to try and do something with it. Only then for me to go on and miserably fail because I sometimes suck at football, so it's not a magical boot, but you get the point.
The outsole is exactly the same, offering triangular studs with a solid midfoot and great stiffness for acceleration. No complaints, no revolution either.
So, when I reviewed the X18 Plus, I complained about a bit of upper stiffness and a lack of lockdown, but now I only really have lockdown left, because while it's okay, it still can't compete with laces. But the thing is that even if you decide to ditch the X19 Plus for the laced up version 19.1, you're still gonna get a fantastic speed boot. Now, of course, it does have laces, but it also doesn't have the X-layskin, because it is still made with what Adidas calls speed mesh. It's a mesh-based upper, as the name suggests, but it's been made a little bit thinner and also significantly softer than on the previous 18.1 model. So you get a very good speed boot. It feels extremely light, and if you want proper F50 vibes, this is a very strong contender. In other words, this, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make a facelift. Puma, Nike, Adidas, pay attention to the X19, because it's more or less the same boot, only better, more comfortable, and more lightweight. And it's probably the closest thing that we've seen to a laceless F50 Adizero yet. In other words, I love it. But what about you guys? Well, as always, you should let us know in the comment section right down below. And if you want to get your hands on the brand new X19 Plus, you can buy it from our store as usual if you click the link on your screen right over there. You should, of course, also go and subscribe to our channel with the notifications on by clicking right over there. With that said, guys, I'm signing off.